Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, your hostess, and y'all, I'm so excited to be here today on our new live.
Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch.
I thought I turned that down. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm watching on my other phone just to make sure that everything is running right and that I can hear. And let me make sure I've got my sound turned up on my laptop because I always turn it down for some reason. Anyway, we're back. So we're going to be back doing these Front Porch Fellowship lives once a month. It'll be on a Thursday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm tripping over my words today. So we're doing that. We're also doing a vertical live called Homestead Happenings Live. That's on top of the podcast that I'm doing, and those lives will be sporadically thrown in here and there. No rhyme or reason why I'm doing them, but I thought, why not bring back some live streams to my channel and start connecting again with some friends and sharing out some channels along the way. So I've got my list here of channel members. I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to read off these channels and let them know that if you are gifted a channel, or let me fix that. I shouldn't be having any disruptions going on through the live. So if you're a channel member, and whether it's gifted or you pay for it, you get added to my watch later playlist automatically. There's some perks. There's 3 levels that you can choose from if you're not a member, starting at 99 cents, and you control how long you are a member. Your support helps me with projects around my homestead. We've got a big one coming up, and a matter of fact, I didn't set it up yet, and I have to change my phone setting out to do it. I don't know if I can do it on the phone. I was going to put a thing on here, so let me do that real quick so that you will know that I am working towards a project, and it's a very expensive project for me to do. So let me get over here to my live stream and see if I can do it on my cell phone. I'm sorry, folks. I am just not together early in the mornings anymore. And let's see, can we do it on here? Come on, phone. It is not going there. I don't want to share it. I just want to go there. Let me get out of all this stuff I've got going on here. Too many things going on at one time. Y'all know how it is. And we've got the farmers out in the field collecting cotton, so you're going to hear their trucks in the background, and more than likely the dogs barking because they don't like this. Not one iota do they like having anybody out in our fields. So let me get this set up. Maybe I can get it done if my phone cooperates. And we're there. Let's see. I've got some top fans. Leonard 530 is my number 1 fan currently. Rudy Iraheta 80 is my number 2. Isha Public School is number 3. And Garden State so-and-so is number 4. Hallelujah. Let's see where I go. There it is, the goal. So I've already set that one. We're going to set the timer for 3 hours. And I'm raising money to buy the materials. We've got the windows, but I need the paint and the beams, for the structure of our greenhouse. We have the tin, and we have the windows, and we have a door, I believe. And we also have a wood-burning stove to go in there for the winter months. But we need to buy the paint. And for the paint that we're trying to get, it's, I think, $500 for a 5-gallon bucket. But it'll do a lot of projects around our property. And it will last probably the rest of my life. So it'll be a one-time paint job. And hopefully, that's what we're hoping for. And the greenhouse will help me out tremendously because I can take some of my plants, like my herbs and my pepper plants and things like that, and bring them into the greenhouse during the winter months and then replant them in the spring and not have to start them from seed every year. So that is a major, major project for our homestead. So I'm raising money for that. Let me type in here. And I'm getting closer to the 3K mark on my friends. So I want to celebrate with y'all. So we're going to celebrate our 3K. So we're going to celebrate our 3K subscribers, and I'll be doing that on a live as well. So anything that you donate towards this project and for me to do the 3K celebration would be greatly appreciated. Welcome in, Vijo. And I know I'm crucifying your name, but I just want to thank you for coming in. And I automatically, when you go through my live, you automatically get put on my watch later list. So I'm going to grab a video and put you on there. And I am a very strong supporter of the channels that watch my channel. Hey, Ron Wayne, welcome in. You're welcome for the channel membership. So glad that I was able to give that to you. So let me get back over here so I can pick you up and make sure that I've got a couple of your videos already, but I'm going to throw another one in there just because I can. And this is how I keep up with all of y'all's channels. Now, it doesn't mean that I always get to watch the videos, but you will get a heart or a smiley face or a flower or something saying that I've been there. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. I've been on YouTube actively as a channel for almost 4 years. I still haven't broke through that 3K mark, so I'm really pushing this year to try to get to that 3K by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it doesn't, that's okay. We are really pushing and trying to get this channel built up, and I'm doing a lot of changes in the background, y'all. Y'all have no idea. There's a lot of work that goes into creating a channel and creating videos, and I put out videos daily. So Monday through Friday is a full video. Usually the weekends are shorts, and I'll throw in shorts throughout the week as well when I get them. So we have the cotton pickers out in the field. So if you hear those big trucks out there and you hear my dogs barking, you know what's going on. I appreciate y'all coming in. If you would do me a favor and just share this out right now, it takes just a moment. And if you see somebody in the chat that you want to connect with, definitely do that. You can flip screens, go connect with them, and come right back. I got rid of Nightbot because Nightbot was coming on when my computer was shut down and going through my files. So I didn't like that, so I got rid of Nightbot. Hopefully it's fixed now. I'm still not sure about that, but I wanted to share that with you. Before we get into all of the program that I have today, I do want to shout out my channel members. And I'm going to try to do this on every live. And I also share you out on my, what do you call that screen? My community tab. And I'll occasionally throw out some of your videos as well. And I'll put them out on YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and X. So those are the places that I throw videos of y'all's out to bring in new viewers for your channels as well. I'm super, super excited about the channel members because your support really does help us on the homestead with certain costs that we can't cover ourselves. And like I said, I'm getting ready for this big build of a greenhouse. And now my nose is itching. So Katie's Kitchen, Devil Dog, Ron Wayne, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, Belt Loop 29, Garden State So-and-so, Andale Homestead, Mountain Grandma, Michael's Adventures, Rena LaRue, she doesn't have any content, but she's a great supporter. And our dear friend that has recently passed away is AR Patriot 1776. He was a supporter of my channel. And he was also one of my moderators. I had to think of the word. And he was a great guy, and I really, really do miss him. I'm still praying for his family. Cynthia's Crafts and More, Life in the Piedmont, My Alabama Farm Life, Nora the Stock Explorer, Aerial Viking Venture and Victuals, and Triple Threat Firearms and Defense, Miss Tarsha. So I want to thank all of my channel members, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Also, let me get over here. I'm going to be checking those channels out as you pop up. Oh, you're from California. Awesome. I'm in West Tennessee. I am a Tennessee girl through and through. I lived in upstate New York for 14 years before I came back home. And let me tell you, I don't really miss the snow. I really don't. Let me find my cards. I got all these cards lined up. We have Scarecrow 25. Got to bring my buddy. This is Paula, the pumpkin sitter, and Mouse. Paula has been a part of my channel for several years now. She was made by a friend of mine who is an artist, and she's held up quite well, and she loves the fall. And she really enjoys pumpkin sitting and being around the scarecrows. So we're doing Scarecrow 25, an open collaboration for the month of October. It is the way for me to wind down from the garden season and get ready for fall. And so we are really enjoying bringing in Scarecrow 25 as an open collaboration to help small channels get their channel name mentioned and out there. It's scrolling across the bottom, the collaborations that I have going on now. But this one is a family-friendly collaboration. You're going to use the word Scarecrow 25 in your title and your description. You're going to add the instruction list to your description so others will know how to join in. You're going to tag my channel and some channel friends. Doesn't matter how many, you're going to challenge them to join in. It's a lot of fun to make a scarecrow, be artistic with your scarecrow. You're going to add the official playlist in your link of your description. And it's also always good when you share out everybody else's videos in a collaboration, because that helps them get out there even further. So we're going to do that as well. So this one will end October the 31st. And I think Fall Fest 25 that Gail Southern Living is hosting will end the same day. And she's doing a giveaway on that date. So I mentioned some of the things that you can do. Just use your imagination. The Thankful 50 Challenge 25 will be back in November. This is where you write out 50 things that you're thankful for and you make a video with it. You're going to tag 3 channels. You're going to use the hashtag Thankful 50 Challenge and tag my channel. And you also want to share out all those videos that come through that as well, because it's a fun way to get your gratefulness on for the month of November. In December, I'm bringing back Patches, my little gingerbread friend. And Patches and I are doing a gingerbread Christmas. Now, this one is not a collaboration. This is just me having fun in the winter months. Because y'all know we work so hard through the spring and summer months and into the fall, trying to get all of our food preparations done and all our preps done. And you know, the fall and winter months are slower months, so let's have a little fun with those. I've also opened up Front Porch Fellowship Live, and this will come the 3rd Thursday of each month at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all mark your calendar so you'll get that one in as well. And I did mention the Homestead Happenings podcast is every Tuesday at 6 a.m. And I'm doing a Homestead Happenings live vertically whenever I feel like doing that. So I'm working really hard to help other channels out along the way. So my watch later playlist is everybody that watches my videos as much as I possibly can. I will continue to do that as long as I can. I don't guarantee that it'll go on forever, because we all know as we grow, it's harder and harder to keep up with every channel that watches us. But I do try to do the shout outs and things like that, especially for our channel members and those that are watching my channel regularly and faithfully will get me watching them also. There are some products that I would like to review as a homesteader. So this would be for anybody that is commercially involved in products. I would like a solar unit with solar panels. We don't have any backup power source for our house if the power goes out. And I have autoimmune diseases. I can't handle the heat well, and I can't handle the cold well. So having that solar unit would be so beneficial for us. Plus, we could get more off grid by having that as a backup source. We also are looking for a home generator for the same reason. A water filtration system, because we recently found out that Madison County, which we're a part of, the city part, has forever chemicals in their water system. Well, we're on a major aquifer, and all of that stuff leaches into the aquifer. And so more than likely our well water has it as well. And we really want to filter out as much as possible, because I'll be honest with you, I don't like drinking out of plastic bottles. I really don't. So those would be things that we could really use immediately. And then there's farm equipment, like something for small farms, small tractor, things like that, that would help my husband with his work outdoors. We do have a need for a barn, which we haven't been able to build yet. And we have a growing flock of chickens, turkeys, and ducks. So anything related to farm and anything related to organic farming are things that we're looking for. And you can contact me by my email. It's flashing across the bottom of the screen, but it's the hillbillychickenranch@gmail.com. If you are trying to get your products reviewed online, I prefer made in the USA, but it doesn't mean that I won't do other products if I think it's worthy of doing, and it has to go along with my morals, my standards, and what my channel is all about. Because I know, like most channels, we have these people that will send us scams, and they will send us junk, especially from that, that CH country. They send a bunch of junk, and I've gotten some junk reviews, and I give honest reviews, folks. I don't beat around the bush, but I'll put it out there. Like it or not, that's the review you're going to get from me. I did mention about the podcast, so we can get rid of that card. So I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming changes in 2026 to my channel. But before I get into that, there's a thing called AI Ask underneath your videos. Some of y'all have it, some of you don't. Hey, KP Heathen, welcome in. Let me get you on my playlist real quick. Pull you up. If I can get over here to it. Oh, we got more people coming in. Off grid, welcome in, Miss Lori. So let me get this over here and do that real quick, because I'm not writing names down today. I'm just going directly to videos and just hitting them and going back to my live and getting into whatever the topic is of the moment. I just found this was so much easier. Hold your cell phone and do it. So we got that done. Anyway, there's an AI Ask underneath the videos. I know it's under mine. It's under a lot of videos. I've used it a few times to summarize videos that I really didn't want to sit there and watch. And this is the problem. It will do a summary of a video, and it will affect your watch hours. So if you're out there watching a video, do me a favor and watch it from beginning to end, whether you do this AI ask or not, because you not watching is going to hurt my watch hours, and it's going to hurt a lot of big channels as well. According to Google Gemini, this is going to be a significant change. The general consensus among creators is that it will negatively impact watch hours, especially on certain types of content. I wrote a lot of notes today, y'all. I do use a little bit of AI to kind of give me some ideas for titles and descriptions and things like that, but I have not gone full AI, and I never will. I'm basically just playing around with it right now, and if I don't like it, I won't use it. But you can ask AI questions to help you grow your channel, and that really helps me. Yeah, the AI voices are really annoying. I agree with you there, Lori. And there's a lot of videos out there using AI voices and producing AI videos, and some of them are realistic, and you don't even know that you're watching an AI generated video. So you got to be really careful. I'm a real person in a real channel, and I will always be that. Yeah, it's really unhuman, to be honest. And it's can be evil, you know, because we don't know who's behind the AI. So it can be evil. So just be aware of that. The purpose of the AI ask is to do an AI ask. You ask a question, or you get an overview, or you might get third-party extensions. That saves viewers time. So that's going to affect our watch hours if they're not watching our videos fully and completely. So I'm asking all my subscriber friends and those that haven't joined my channel yet to please watch my videos from beginning to end, because if you don't, I lose that valuable monetization that I need to help my homestead. That money goes to help us with all kinds of things, and it's not that much that we get every month. Right now, I think I'm getting $200 every 4 months, you know, so I'm really a small channel. And, you know, I'm not expecting the big bucks. I'm sure there's channels out there that are big bucks, and they get a good paycheck out of it, and they can go full time. Well, I am a full-time stay-at-home farm wife, and I do this because I'm disabled, and I did this during Cavovo because of, you know, being isolated. So I'm still isolated because I'm home most of the day by myself, but I have all of you out there watching me and giving me feedback and comments, and that really helps me throughout my day to not feel so lonely. The information within your video is summarized, giving the viewer the core information and answers to the question before the video is completed. This leads to loss of crucial metrics of watch hours, which is necessary for both recommendations, that's the algorithm, and monetization thresholds for a channel. So we need to really voice this on our channels that we don't want you using this on our channel, if possible. I don't know how else to put it. So but the bottom line is it works against the accumulation of public watch hours, which is the foundational metric for YouTube monetization, and the recommended algorithm. And y'all, we get pennies from you watching the ads. That's how we are monetized. But they look at the number of people watching a video. If they're sticking around, they look at how long you're on the video. They give us all this information back to us, and they look at comments and shares and all of that. And all of that goes into the algorithm to tell YouTube whether to push this out to new audiences or not. Hey, WFSN channel, welcome in. Welcome in. Let me get you pulled up here. You hope I bring back the Friday talks. I might do that, but right now I'm kind of up in the air. I'm doing a lot of changes to my channel. I may move it into something else, and I am kind of doing that with the podcast and with this and with the homestead happening live, the vertical live. So I'm bringing more personal things in. So that's going to be very, very helpful. And I'll be mixing in some of those gratitude things that I did on Fridays, the Grateful Friday. I'll be mixing some of that in as well. So let me get over here and grab one of your videos. Oh, good. Biblical money management. I need all of that I can get. Money management is number one, let me tell you. Right after food security, having that money available is very, very important. Okay. Let me finish this up. Here's what our viewers can do to help. Watch the video completely through before accessing the AI prompt for questions, or better yet, just don't use the AI to summarize a video. And if you don't use it, guess what? YouTube will get rid of it because it's not doing them any good. Make sure you're leaving a comment and share out our content. You can share it out on YouTube. You can share it out on other social media platforms. You can share it in an email. You can share it to a friend. Just share, 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 because the more you share, the more YouTube sees that you're interested in that video and others are seeing it as well. And if you can, watch a series or a playlist to boost watch hours for your favorite channels, because automatic play option is available and it will automatically send you to the next video throughout the playlist. It will stop occasionally and say, are you still watching? And you hit yes and you go on. You can also loop a video at least 2 times occasionally to send a strong signal of high user satisfaction. So you can watch a video through twice. I won't get watch time for the second time, but it sends the algorithm a message. So that's another way that we can do this. Make sure to like all the videos. It's real easy to hit that like button, or you can hit the thumbs down. Either one is still telling YouTube something. Enable those notifications, that little bell. Make sure you hit all. Subscribe and return. Most of us have very low returning subscribers, and that's sad. Most of my views are from new people that haven't subscribed. So if you're new out there, please subscribe. And if you're a subscriber, please come back and watch more of my content. Click on the end screen cards. Very, very important, because that sends you to new content of mine that you might have missed. Use the super thanks and the channel memberships to buy merchandise. Those are all things that YouTube looks at. I don't have merchandise on my channel. I may in the future, but right now I'm staying away from that. But I do have super thanks and I do have channel memberships. By choosing to watch the video completely and you are actively engaging with me, you are essentially voting with your attention and telling YouTube to push your favorite content creators' content out. Thank you for coming in, Lori. I appreciate you being here. And is the hype feature actually helpful? That was another question I had. It's going to be helpful to some small channels by pushing a video up on the leaderboard. So if there's a hype button and you get 3 free per week, use that hype button, because that helps these small channels. The smaller the channel, the larger the hype will be. The larger the channel, the smaller the hype will be. So that really does help us. So channels under 500 subs are not eligible, but channels with 500 up to 500,000 are eligible for this. You have maybe 1% subscriber views. My views come from my new and non-subscribers. Yes. And if you watch Homestead Tessie, I tagged her on my community tab yesterday when we were having that glitchy thing go on with YouTube. You know, you couldn't watch the video and then you couldn't comment, and it was just a big mess. Hey, Jan, welcome in. She was talking about her subscribers' views, and she's actually very high with her subscriber views. She's at 70% subscribers. So we can all take a lesson from what she puts out and how her content is made, whether you're a homesteader or not. Take advantage of that. And let me see. I think I'm going to watch your Pumpkin Palooza, Jan. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was glitching for 2 days. And of course, Google says it wasn't YouTube. It was a worldwide outage. What it was, who knows? But we couldn't do anything with our YouTube channel. And I just kind of gave up, because I do watch our lists, you know, like most small YouTubers. I watch other channels. And I've gotten away from watching playlists on channels for the most part, because I don't really think it's helpful all the time to run playlists, unless you have a second channel like I do. That's all I do, is I run my friends' channels on there to help them out. So what I'm doing now is, as I'm getting comments, I'm going ahead and I'm putting you on my watch later list, because I can't sit here and watch videos. Let's all be honest. None of us can. But we want to support those channels that are supporting us. And that includes my live streams. So, you know, I'm trying to do the best I can. Now, if a channel asks me to help them because they're struggling, if I can do it, I will. If I can't, I can't. I'll try to get them worked in somehow into my day, because I do run a lot of playlists. I hate to say that. Thank you, Jan, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. So back to the hype feature. You can give a video a spike by using that hype feature, and that is a hype leaderboard that YouTube uses. And y'all, we have no idea how many hypes we're getting until we get that weekly or monthly scorecard that they give us in studio. Hey, Mark with Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, welcome in. Like, he liked and shared. Thank you so much, Mark. Long time faithful friend, and I'm so glad to see you here. I'm going to get you a video. I'm going to grab something off yours. I think I'm going to grab one of your lives, because I haven't watched you in a while. I try to get everybody in, but y'all, I forget. And if you're not watching me, I forget. So just to be honest, I'm not doing it on purpose. But I try to get everybody in there. So the views are still relying on the quality of your video. So it may not help you. Audience retention is also based on how, along with good watch time. Hype only gets the videos pushed in front of a test audience. There's an A/B title testing and also an A/B thumbnail testing that they're doing now. And I've done it on several of my videos. I haven't gotten any feedback on it yet, but it seems like some of those videos are getting pushed out more, and my numbers are going up a little bit. So you might want to check those out if you've got that ability to do that. Thank you, Ron, for coming in. I appreciate you being here, my friend. We're going to get into some other topics here in a moment, but I wanted to go over all of this. So I wanted to make sure that y'all knew about these features, and especially that AI Ask. I'm very, very leery of that. I think it's going to hurt a lot of channels in the long run. And we really ought to just avoid using it at all costs. I've used it a few times, I'll be honest, but I think we ought to just avoid it, and maybe YouTube will get rid of it because it's not being used, and they'll say, okay, this isn't working for this, so we'll just take it out of here. Yeah, the AI, it's just something else. Now, I'll be honest, I use AI to help me with some of my titles because I have brain farts. I'm going to be honest, I have brain farts. I have a small white mass on my frontal lobe that they don't know what it is, and it causes me a speech impediment, and I will sit there and I'll stare at the screen searching for the word. I've seen it on camera. I know it's real. So, if it helps, it helps, and if it don't, it don't. Yeah, there's somebody behind the AI. It's not just a robot telling me what to do. And I take things with a grain of salt. If I don't like it, I don't use it. If I like it, or if I think it's going to help me, then I'll use it. It helps with tags because I am really bad with the SEO tags. But, those are things that you have to make that choice on your own. And I'm using it as a teaching tool. I don't go there and ask, crazy questions. A lot of these channels are asking all kinds of far out crazy questions. One of them asked them who the Antichrist was and posted a video on it. Yeah, Jake Hudson did a song for me, and I won't even put that on my channel because the author behind it, the person singing the voice, might be a real person, and I don't want to steal content from him. Hey, Trish in Progress, welcome in. Let me get you on my watch later list. New way of doing things. I'm always trying to find new ways to do things. So you have video, and you have one video, and then you have a bunch of shorts. That's pretty cool. Maybe you'll get into putting out some full content. Thank you for coming in, and thank you, KP Heathen. I appreciate you. Yeah, no AI. I'm going to use tools that's going to help me, but like I said, I use it with a grain of salt, and I'm not using it to create a video content. I'm using it after I've uploaded a video to kind of help me fluff it out to where it's going to reach more people. It's going to pique more people's interest. That's the only thing I'm doing with it. I'm not really using their thumbnails. They create thumbnails too and all this other stuff, because some of them, I can be honest with you, are really awful. I mean, awful. And I think I create better thumbnails. And I'm always learning. I'm always willing to learn. Let's see. Let's talk about updates on my channel for 2026. I'm really going to be pulling in my niche on my channel. It's going to be more of a homesteading and sharing the journey of living self-sufficiently with the gardening, the farming, the canning, the rural life, food prep. I'm still going to keep the frugal living, intentional living, and probably my golden years, because I'm going to talk about that in a moment. It's going to be faith-filled because I am a Christian, and I don't care if you like it or not. I'm a Christian. I make more enemies because I'm a Christian. But if we don't put it out there, we might be missing the opportunity to plant a seed in somebody's life. And that's why I do that. I will be talking about my autoimmune conditions, my diabetes, the ankylosing, the lupus, all those things. I'll be putting out some low-carb alternatives videos when I'm doing my cooking videos, canning, prepping, and all that. I still want to do some crafts, and I still want to do the devotionals and repurposing items. So those are things that will be coming up on my channel in 2026. And I'm really starting right now to hone it down. Once I get past the collaborations at the end of the year, then we'll be into a full mode in January. I don't think I'm going to be bringing back a lot of the open collaborations that I did last year because I'll be honest with you, I didn't get enough people participating. It was very disappointing to me because I thought they were great topics, but people weren't interested. And, I'm not going to bring back something that people are not interested in. Hey, Michael's Adventures. By the way, Michael, thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go to your channel and grab a video. You got a lot of upcoming. Here we go. And we're going to watch Emily. If you don't know who Emily is, you need to go check out Michael's Adventures. Jan, you have a freezer full of tomatoes that you need to process, but I still have more growing. I know the feeling because last year I had a lot of tomatoes getting thrown into the freezer. Now I don't have the extra freezer to do that with, so I had no choice but to can them right away. But what I like about freezing tomatoes is you set them out on the counter, you run water over them, and the skins slide right off. And you can go directly to your processing your tomatoes without having to do the big pot of water to, break that skin loose. So that's, a gain in a way. And you might look at a recipe. I think I got it on my YouTube channel for the hot tomato jam. Oh my gosh. We've been digging into that. I had some bottles left over, jars of it. I ran out of the ketchup. I've been using it in place of ketchup. I've put it on meatloaf. I've put it on pork chops. I've put it on all kinds of stuff. And it is so delicious. And there's a lot of great recipes for green tomatoes out there. I've made green tomato ketchup in the past. I've sliced green tomatoes and canned them for fried green tomatoes for the winter months. Just all kinds of fun things. Okay, we're going to talk about a golden years tip. Yeah, I do the skins for powder too, Jan. It's so important. So I'm a senior citizen. This is my golden years. This is a tip for you, whether you're in your golden years or not. But if you take any kind of medications or supplements, those pill boxes can be a pain in the butt to fill, especially this kind, because these don't pull out. If you got the one that pulls out, it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to show you what I do. I take some painter's tape, and I'll take 4 trays. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to do it here on camera for you. I'm going to open up 4 trays. I'm not going to tip it over, but I just take that tape and tape over that. And then I do it all the way down, and I can load my tray. And then when I'm done, the tape comes off, and I can close my trays back up. And I have my week's worth of meds set up. And I also do it for these single ones. I use the single ones for my noon supplements. You see I have it labeled. But you can do the same thing with this. You do 2 at a time. So there's 2, and you just tape it. And then the last one you don't have to tape, or you can tape it to one of the other ones. So that's a great little tip for anybody that has to deal with multiple pills and things like that. Now, these little ones, I have these too, and I need to buy the bigger ones because to be honest with you, some of the pills don't fit in here anymore. These come out. This whole side will come out. So I just take both of those off, fill my tray, and then put them back in there. And they're dishwasher safe, so I can throw them in the dishwasher and wash them. Just make sure you got them completely dry before you fill them up with your pills. And I do mine monthly. So I did mine this morning before this live, and I thought, well, I'm just going to share that real quick. How do I do that? Because I tried the rubber band method, but the things didn't stand up right. And those darn rubber bands will break over time and scare you to death. So that's a real easy tip. And I do store I bought some of those little plastic shelves that have the drawers in it, the little mini ones. It's deep enough for some of the small bottles. And so I use those. One drawer for my husband, one drawer for me, and one drawer for all of our diabetic test strips and barrels for the pens. So we have that over there. And then I use the plastic shoe boxes for the bigger bottles that'll fit in those. And then I have a couple of baskets or boxes that I use for the really big mega pill bottles like the multivitamins and stuff, so that we can find them easily. Hey, Jersey Love Steph, I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, it has been a minute, hadn't it, baby? Let me get you on here. Go to channel. I'm going to catch your live since you haven't been on here in a while. And I pick either videos. Sometimes I'll watch shorts. If you're watching my shorts, I'll go and watch your shorts. Or if you're leaving comments on my community tab, I don't always catch them, but I try to. Then I will go to your community tab, or I'll check out a video. And if you're shouting out my channel, I always try to remember to put you on my playlist, because I think that is so important. I may not always answer, but I know that you did it. I'll at least try to heart it if I have time. But like I said, we get busy, especially homesteaders. We are busy people, and it's very hard for us to sit down and go through a long playlist and comment to everybody, but I try to. I'll put it that way. I do try. We went to an antique mall, and I found two great books. This one is Wings of Silver, and it's got little pose and little short things, and they're all unknown who wrote them. And so I like using these sometimes. And this one says, man looks on the outward appearance, but God looks on the heart. Isn't that true? Oh, wow, Jan, you're going to have another baby calf soon. Oh, how exciting. Yeah, these are really old. I think this one is 1967. And I have another one that I love that's got some really old quotes in there from like the 1400s, 1300s. And I like those as well. But, you know, sometimes we just need a little pick-me-up, and these are great for that. And then the other one is, its companion was Apples of Gold. This one was written in 1962, and I got these for 45% off. The booth, I got a lot of stuff out of this booth that day because it was 45% off, and it was stuff that I actually wanted. Cocoa bean. Don't be mouthy. No. Shh. She hears these farmers outside, y'all. So these were marked $3.95, and I paid $2.17 a book, and they're brand new, y'all. Brand spanking new. I hadn't even taken the tags off of them. So those are going to be great. And I'm going to read one out of the gold book. Let's do A Joy. The smile on your face is the light in the window that tells people that you're at home. Smile, everybody. And I drug out two of my favorite books. My favorite poet of all time is Peck Gunn. He is a Tennessee laureate poet. Keep on laughing. Didn't he have a friendly face? This one is no longer in print, but I think you can still find used copies online. And that's where this one came from, was online. And so I marked something in here I thought I would read to y'all before we close out. Mixed Up City Folks. Mixed Up City Folks, and I love the artwork. City folks are mixed up people. Take, for instance, what they eat. They serve bales of hay for breakfast, and they call it shredded wheat. Some have lost the art of baking And a husband, poor old man, never gets a homemade biscuit. He eats from a cardboard can. Everything is instant nowadays. It's a lazy person's dream. Using stuff like stuff for coffee, talcum powder, stuff for cream. This waffle that they rave about is nothing more shucks on it than just a pancake where they put a non-skid tread upon it. The table is yellow vinyl, paper napkins, plain and white, placemats catching in your coat sleeve every time you take a bite. Take me back into the mountains. On the table, let me see. Red-cheeked tablecloths and napkins, blushing as they beckon me. Got to turn the page. It's not done yet. Give me ham and eggs for breakfast. Pour my coffee from a pot. Bring my biscuit from the oven, crusty brown and piping hot. Stir pure butter in my sorghum, made from cane and topped with foam. Mix my grits with red-eyed gravy. Nag me so I'll feel at home. He wrote some really cute poetry, and I became a fan of his as a teenager when I first came across his book in a school library. And I just absolutely love reading his poetry. And so I've got a couple of his books. He didn't write a whole lot of them, but he became a poet laureate for the state of Tennessee. He was an author, columnist, humorist, lecturer, and publisher. He studied at Cumberland College in Tennessee. That's in Lebanon, Tennessee. He had a newspaper column, the Peacock. He did books called Tumbling Creek Tales, and I've got that one somewhere in my books. So he just really just a great guy, and I love reading his books. And I think these should be also in the archives online, but I'm not sure that they're there. But you could look if you want to try to get a copy. I used to have a big 20 by 14 print of one of his poems in a frame that I hung in my house because I loved him so much. He was just a great guy. And so this other book is Everything Has a Season. To everything, there is a season. It's writings that celebrate life's many joys. And I marked a couple of things in here that I wanted to share with you, if I can get it in the light, because I haven't got a bright light over here. Let me grow. I faced another birthday last week, Lord. They seem to be closer and closer together. And upon looking in the mirror, I observed that in the past year had left traces of its presence visible in signs of destruction. If those crow's feet at the corners of the eyes are in reality laugh lines, I must have spent a humorous year. And if that sprinkling of fine white hairs insulating themselves among the fall of the brown proclaims maturity, Lord, I have come of age. I used to think my parents were old when they were 35. And when they celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary, I thought they were ancient. But now I find that with each year comes a new kind of youth. Life is so full of surprises. It's good to be alive. Let me grow young as I grow old. Lord, but most of all, let me grow. And that was written by Jean Reynolds Davis. Jean Reynolds Davis. That one I thought was really good, especially in the fall of our life. And y'all, I have gray hairs among the brown. I'm thankful for each and every one of them. And now I've mussed my hair up. Okay, one more. Give me the splendid silent sun. Give me the splendid silent sun with all the beams full dazzling. Give me juicy autumnal, I can't say the word right, ripe fruit and red from the orchard. Give me a field where the unmowed grass grows. Give me an arbor. Give me the trestled grapes. Give me fresh corn and wheat. Give me serenity, serene moving animals, teaching content. Teaching content. Give me nights perfectly quiet, as on high plateaus west of the Mississippi. And I am looking up at the stars. Give me odorous at the sunrise of a garden, beautiful flowers where I can walk undisturbed. Walt Whitman. Yeah, I've earned every gray hair I have as well. And y'all, I had one of my grandmothers was in her 90s. She had 3 gray hairs in her head. She never dyed her hair. She always washed it with rainwater, and she swore it was because she washed her hair with rainwater that her hair stayed dark. I dyed my hair when I was younger, but dyeing your hair and putting perms and stuff in it will give you premature gray hair. And so I don't do that anymore. And they always told me when I would go in, I went in one time to get a perm, you have virgin hair. And I'm like, what's virgin hair? Well, I have baby fine hair. And so for whatever reason, my hair doesn't gray as easily as some people's. I'm getting it. My mother was salt and pepper. My daddy had gray, sideburns, little salt and pepper in his hair. My granddaddy on my daddy's side was towhead white by the time he turned 17. So he had a lot of gray hair. So it's all about genetics. We don't know. I'm 63, going on 64. And the gray hairs are coming. But I'm embracing it. It's not going to be dyed. I'm embracing my age. One more thing before we go. We've been on here for almost an hour. If you have a prayer request, you can drop it as I'm reading out of Ecclesiastes. I'm going to start with Ecclesiastes 2:26, and I'm going to read through chapter 3, verse 11 out of the King James Version. For God giveth to man that is good in his sight wisdom, and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail, to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. To everything there is a season, and a time to the purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in his time, and he hath set the world in his heart, so that no man can find the work of God maketh from the beginning to the end. I thought that was a perfect thing because we're in the fall season and we need to understand the seasons of life and what God's word tells us. Thank you so much, Jersey Love Steph. I appreciate those kind comments. Yeah, I am practicing self-care and natural remedies. Please pray for your pastor's son, Eric, on Sunday. He is in liver shutdown. Okay, I will definitely be praying. Matter of fact, we're going to pray right now for that. Let me see if there's any other prayer requests that I missed. Dear Heavenly Father, reach down right now to this pastor's son named Eric, Father, that's in liver failure. Father, you are the great physician, and you can give wisdom to the doctors and help them to help him. You can heal him, Father. We know that by Jesus' stripes, he is healed. And we thank you for Steph loving her pastor so much that she brought this prayer request before us today. Father, touch him, heal him, and bring out the miracle testimony that needs to be shared with others. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Thank you, everybody. I'm so excited to be back on my lives. And I hope that we can be able to continue this on. I hope that over time, the live crowd will gather more like they used to, because I know not only my channel, but a lot of channels are seeing really low numbers on the lives, and I can't do them at night. I have a husband at home, so I don't do nights and weekends. They're his. I do mine during the day when it's my time, and I am going to be doing a lot of stuff on my channel that I personally love and sharing with everybody. I hope that you will continue to share my channel out, to watch the videos completely, to hit the bells and whistles, to comment. All those things help us to grow. And I'm really pushing for that 3,000 subscriber mark. I'd like to get to 5,000 before too much longer. And y'all, I have fought a battle this year because I really was down in the dumps. Didn't know where my channel was headed or if I could get back some of the followers that I had. They're still on my subscriber list, but they're just not watching. Or if they're watching, they're not saying anything. So please, even if it's a heart underneath the video, it helps. It helps the algorithm. So just do it. And I always try to leave y'all at least a heart or a smiley face or something when you're on my watch list, so you know that I've been there. Be blessed, everybody. I'll see you on the flip side. Oh, before I go, I've got two. Let's see. I got a thanks, Susan. Frugal Living Challenge videos coming out. I think you're going to like those. And did y'all watch yesterday's video because of the glitch? It was about hooch and how to turn it into vinegar. Be blessed. Thank you, Trish. Appreciate y'all being here. Y'all go get lunch now. Love ya.